Charm
Good.
person, never casted it.
Yeah.
Suggestion is just so much better.
I have hold person.
I have a
which I've not used
Swiss
yet.
Army knife. I have
feel like
every
charm person is
spell
for when
under
you're,
the
like,
sun.
You meet a stranger and you walk in opposite directions of the street. Because they just know afterwards. It's like, oh, that fucker charmed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have the discussion with folks yesterday about how even if they don't know that you've charmed them, they will probably know they've been charmed
Yuma.
later.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitri. Hello.
Alright.
You'd have to suggest they do something so close to what they were already going to do for them to not know it.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you're fine with them knowing, like you suggesting and you're interrogating the fuck out of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, where it was that we last left off, you had all returned from the wyvern expedition to find a wyvern egg, and there was but one remaining. Looks like the others had hatched already. You chose to give it to Xerxes. After some brief discussion and your rewards being passed around, you went and purchased a few things, but now, as the sun sort of starts to dip,
I got new armor, didn't I? How about that?
we will simply open to you all for any roleplay or little projects you want your characters to work on, or anything else you might want to do at the camp before the caravan moves on tomorrow.
If Hap isn't needed by the party, he will basically do anything he can to help the Clay Knights to try and smooth stuff over a little bit. Relieve them from guard duty a little bit or something like that, you know. And yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can roll me an insight check, Hap. I imagine you're going to be pulled from it, but you might get a little bit of something out of it as you come up with these guys over to you.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, the knights will work with you. You don't think they, like, hate you or anything, right? Just you
Yeah.
come up and sit down. They're still relatively friendly, but there is some sense of trust lost.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's tiny little things. Like, you come up and you say, oh yeah, I can take this for a couple hours. And they're like, oh, that's really nice of you, but are you sure about that? Like, are you
Yeah.
actually going to have the time to sit here?
Yeah, I get you. He just tries to brush it off and try and shows that the decision wasn't personal. And you know, if it's evening, he'll offer them some ale if they want it. But yeah.
We'll end up relieving it for a little while. So you sit up there. The one across will kind of march on over and just be like, so, you're odd group traveling. We've never seen you moving through these parts. Were you just ragtag when you were put together? Did you all know each other?
We knew some of us knew each other, some of us didn't.
Hmm.
Just a coincidence, I guess.
Well, that's a lot different than in Aclea, that's for sure.
Oh?
You don't put together groups like this in Aclea. You get the knights. And even, you don't have to be born into being a knight, but you do have to train. And you do have to be accepted. And if you train and you're not accepted, you're not a knight. So it kind of ends up being that everyone knows each other, one way or another.
What happens to the ones that don't pass?
They go on to other jobs. Martial training doesn't leave you.
Fair.
Try and become a city guard. You could travel elsewhere. Try to get something somewhere else.
So it sounds like an interesting way of doing it. Probably better than some.
Just different.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
I don't
rooted in
know.
some old tradition.
I think our group would have died if we weren't good to a certain degree. Some of the shit we did, especially those fucking wyverns, Jesus.
Yeah, that really surprised me. When you beat us all back in the arena, I thought, we didn't take you seriously enough. But no, we couldn't have killed... I don't even know how many wyverns you must have faced. 8? 9?
Something like that, yeah. I think it was 6 larger ones, 4 or 5 small ones. Something like that. There was also some giant crab things as well, but...
No, that's weird. Crab
Children
things shouldn't be up in the air. That's...
They're in a cave. They're not flying.
okay.
Yeah. It was weird. We got them to fight each other. It was a whole thing. Anyway.
Yeah. And I can kind of fade out of that unless you want to keep chatting.
Yeah. That's all good to me. Like I say, Hab just tries to show that it's not personal. It's the main thing.
Yeah, again, you don't get that. Like, it seems like they still like you. You know, it's just... Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah.
What you... That wyvern egg clearly meant more than just making the commander happy.
Yeah.
It is so very sad.
What is very sad?
It.
Avi just slowly nods.
There is this feeling in my chest that is an emotion I have not felt before. It is gross.
So it is both sad and it is also gross.
Yes, that is a very good way to describe it. Like, have you ever dug a very big hole?
Yes, I have graves.
Yes, I feel like my body is being decomposed. Like I'm being consumed by a mycelium of depression and anxiety.
Habita's like legs, they're like hanging off the wall, and as Talian's talking, they'll slowly look down and like watch as their legs kick. Well, I really do not know what to tell you. I hope it is remedied by rest, but if it is not, then perhaps a conversation to try to get to the bottom of it.
This is more than I like to talk about my feelings already. I am only talking to you because I know you won't repeat it. And if you do, I will tell you you are a liar.
Okay, I will not repeat it. And we are talking about your feelings? Habita's head will kind of cock to the side. Because they didn't gather that initially.
I refuse to acknowledge what we are talking about. I will continue to talk about the vague pit in which I am being decomposed and consumed by mycelium of anxiety.
Versada's right there.
Yeah, Versada is just sitting there and he's writing down, and every now and again he looks up
There'll be one time that Versada looks up that Habita looks slowly from Talion to make eye contact with Versada.
Just remember, I can haunt all of your nightmares.
I wish you luck finding the dreams to begin with.
That would be fun.
I do not know if you would like my dreams.
Oh, I would love them, probably.
We'll see about that. But anxiety, mycelium, inspiring anxiety.
I don't know what you're talking about. Goodbye.
He knows exactly what I am talking about.
Versada will just nod. and we'll begin to follow Talion.
I have to pay. Do not follow me.
Okay. Just sit at this halfway point.
I am joking, I do not have to pay, but no one ever wants to follow someone if they say that.
Oh, do you not want me to hold on, I don't want to yell. Do you not want me to follow you?
I do not want for anything.
Right.
But you need to stop being stabbed so easily, so you should probably follow me.
Oh, yes. You know, the same goes for you, right? In fact, you look worse off than me right now.
I also typically use my own blood and ritual to destroy our enemies.
Oh, that is true. I don't really partake in that magic.
Yes, I transfer my life force into a more raw form of power to obliterate those who would stand against me.
You do it wonderfully, I must say.
I am wonderful. What else can I say?
Persona is very quickly discovering he has a difficult time talking with Talion one-on-one. As he just kind of sits there awkwardly.
So you do the whole, you have like a little...
The book? Oh, yes, the book. I do most of my magic with this. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yes. Of course. Yes.
What is that like?
It's hard to describe in as simple as I can. It's the manipulation of energy with the knowledge of how that energy functions. Not just life itself. I don't necessarily enjoy wilting the plants around me. I try to give them some brevity. But the air, the wind, the leaves, the ground, everything. Manipulating it to do something else.
That is what I do.
Yes, you have a very, I don't know the word for it, physical, innate way about it.
What is in your book?
Well, half of it is journaling, but the other half is my spells, the glyphs that I use to cast the magic that I do, the instructions. It's all in here.
You don't just offer sacrifice and it does it?
No, well, some spells require sacrifice, but most of mine tend to have lesser things, components rather than actual sacrifice.
Seems so convoluted.
It's complicated. Discovering spells and how they function is why I have this book. I wouldn't be able to remember it all by myself.
You have to remember things?
Yes, most of the time. Yes, the simple ones are fine. He'll like pull out a copper wire, and be like, "I use this to talk to people," and he'll cast message on Talion.
Okay. Talion casts friends on Versado with a smile.
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw,
Yeah,
right?
DC 16 or DC 17, yeah.
Oh wow!
Okay, that is what I just do it.
His eyes glaze over. Mm-mm. That was foggy. What was that?
I wanted you to like me.
Oh, well, that's why the spell didn't take hold, Talion. I already do.
Oh, ew.
Okay.
Anyways, Talion will cast shield around himself and There's like a soft glimmering. There's a tattoo on his hand, like kind of shifts a little bit. When something is about to hit me, I think about the pork.
And Varsada will sort of just cast mage armor on himself for a moment. Or he already has it cast, so he just kind of like shows like the weird aura around his body that's not very visible from too far away. I think about an embrace. Whenever I cast this in the morning, it keeps me protected.
That is what pork did for me.
Well, that's wonderful.
So would you like to learn? Because I would like to learn what you do.
I think I would. I'm not privy to your type of magic, but being around you has shown me that it's not entirely evil, if that makes sense. I had only ever seen it before in sinister contexts.
It is only not sinister to you because you know me. If you did not know me, you would still assume it is sinister, because it is.
Okay. He writes something down. He crosses something out. Well, magic is a tool. The person that uses it determines its morality some of the time. So, sure. Let's try this out.
And you two can begin to share the various forms in which you use your magic. You've already roleplayed a little bit about it. I'm not going to make you do that for 10 more minutes. Don't worry. I'd like it if you each could just roll me your spellcasting ability.
Gotcha.
So, as you're trying to get things across, Talion, you have a little bit of trouble translating these ideas, these feelings, and these things into shapes and movements. And Varsada, you're able to relatively quickly show off what you have and to just try and test a couple of random things. It's a process you're actually relatively familiar with, though never in this way before. And in the exchange, you kind of end up muddling through a number of things before eventually Varsana, you will be able to learn the shield spell. Talion, you're not quite there on mage armor, but you're pretty close. This is just the level 1 spell.
Can Varsada try something, seeing that Talion isn't able to fully get there?
Sure, what do you want to try?
I think Varsada will say, a lot of the magic that comes to you is innate, I have found. You just know how to do things. It's natural. Meanwhile, everything I have is learned, and even the simplest spell can be difficult to learn if you've never learned it in this way. I want to try and do what you do, to give this to you, if you're willing to try with me.
I am willing to try everything at least 3 times.
3?
Yes, because the first 2 times are to learn that I don't like it, and the 3rd time is to kill the person who tried it.
Okay.
We're only on try 2, don't worry.
All right, let's get it in this one then. And Varsada will pull out his dagger, and he's going to say, I've seen you use blood a lot, so I'm going to use mine, if you're willing to do the same.
Talion looks at one of his wounds and scratches it slightly and lets it bleed again.
Varsada will lightly cut his palm. He'll wince. Perhaps a transfer. And he will just hold out his bloody palm to Talion.
And Talion will shake Varsada's hand and hold it for a moment.
And you know what?
And Varsada has mage armor.
You know what? I think that's a sufficient enough bit of creativity for me. Feeling along the lines of the blood, the power held within it, something you're much more familiar with is drawing energy from blood. Blood is the one resource which, by itself, can replace any other magical one. You get the sense, the idea of a couple of things that could be used for this instead, but your blood will certainly do in this moment, and the process is much more quick. You will be able to learn mage armor tonight. Well, you're doing...
That makes a great deal of sense. And they chatter off into the distance.
Certainly. No. Is there anything anyone else wants to be doing into the night?
Hap just quickly says to the Acclaimed Guard, we're not always that weird, okay? Just...
No, you are.
Yeah, fair enough.
Trust me, you've got... Havita's great, okay?
I agree.
Havita is a I thought it was armor at first. I'm pretty clear that that is who they are now. And I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, wyverns
confused
exist,
than you
so why not living armor? Sure. Talion? I mean, just look behind us. He motions to the two experiment. You catch them unless they're like performing a blood ritual.
Yeah. I can't really argue with that one.
To be fair, I don't think Lupe's all that weird. They're just sort of always on the edge of things.
Hap's eyes go wide for a split second and then quickly catches himself. Yeah, completely normal. Yep. Nothing going on there.
Okay, I don't need to look into it. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
Look, all I'm gonna say is when we get to Eclea, you all are gonna be in for the culture shock of your lives.
Why would that be? What? I've never been to Eclea in my life. This side of the world is kind of new to me.
We try to be a little respectful out here, but the showing of what you do is really important, Eclea. You have to show respect, no matter who to. But you have to remember who you're talking to. What's more is generosity is part of the way of life. If you shan't give, you shan't live.
That one's fine. I'm just worried about the whole manners thing and Talion's gonna die.
Yeah, well, don't worry. It's just a saying. We don't actually kill people for being rude.
Okay.
Though, you know, if you do too wrong to the wrong person, you might end up in a cell for a day or two.
You've met Talion, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah, good. Yeah, fair enough. I appreciate the warning. And we still got a while till we get there, so I would say talk to Talion, but that's not going to happen. Something to Talion. I don't fucking know.
Look, in the worst case, my father gave me this advice when I was growing up. Have a prayer ready on you. You'll be fine.
Gotcha. We'll just nod and see. Clearly, it's internally panicking slightly at the thought of Eclea now. But goes back to just guarding and just. Oh.
Anything from Lupe or Havita?
No, I'm feeding the horses again.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna be so for real. After all of that, Lupe is just passed out on the floor.
Just like...
Yeah. Just like doing the thing where she's like she's laying on the stone floor, and her feet are kind of just like upwards on the ledge.
Absolutely. You'll catch Leanne looking through a couple of what appear to be like stone beads before restringing them, and then she will turn into... No, she would not do that here. And then she gets up, turns around, and heads out. And it will be Javita who sees her turn into a sparrow and fly away.
Javita watches as Leanne turns into a sparrow and flies away with just an ounce of jealousy. And they continue to feed the horses.
The horses, as always, are thankful for someone coming in to personally check up on them.
Yeah, man, Javita's just really sad because they can't talk to them, and so they'll kind of like turn in a little bit early, and they're gonna curl up in the corner and begin to slowly doff their armor.
Absolutely. And as it gets later, it's likely you should all get some rest. Different folks end up packing in for the night. And in the coming morning, the caravan will set forth from this little camp, this mini fort. Night falls. Day breaks. All in the same hazy gloom. I'm just going to close out this main map as you all prepare to head northwards. The caravan setting up, pulling the carts around, making sure everything's packed away. The caravan master Hobbins yelling past and motioning different people around. It's chaos even this far into the journey. You'll have some time on the road if there's anything particular you want to do.
I want my boy back, my bird.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hap wants to do the same at some point, but
Yeah, you can
it's
both.
stressful. Do it first, probably
Oh.
just getting a feather from.
I'll probably have Varsada go to Hap, and as they're both summoning their familiars, just like talk. And I think he'll like pull out the life rune book and just kind of show the remaining spells on here as well. There's still a few more. I don't know how to perform druidic magic entirely well yet, though my knowledge is expanding. So maybe
Maybe
soon.
now you know who I am. I can probably go in more detail because I don't have to obscure
That'd be nice.
bits of information and hints and stuff.
We are going to meet up with some of your friends soon. Maybe they could
Maybe
provide
friends.
some knowledge to me as well?
Maybe friends. Don't know who they are yet.
If they're friends.
I hope so. I'm not saying I'm hoping, but 200 years and I've not met any people at least from where I was from. So, ooh, as dust died.
So, what a way to be frozen in.
Freaking dying. It's okay.
Hap will summon. This time,
Yes.
because it'll make more sense for a forest. Hap will probably summon it as a crow rather than a hawk.
Sure.
He's never resummoned it because he's been around. He's not died in ages. So
Hap, would you mind, as You are resummoning.
Well,
Actually, I will do it in roleplay. I am going to watch you do that.
what? Do what? My. Okay. Sure.
Bring your little bird back.
You got a spray feather?
What kind do you need?
Pro, if possible.
I would be a terrible little bird if I didn't have feathers. Tyon will reach into his hair, and it's almost like he's actually plucking out a feather. Plucks a feather. There we go.
Thank you. I swear to God, if this is a vulture or something, I swear. I've had a vulture once and it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so.
Never mind.
We'll use the feather. And we'll summon whatever bird the feather is.
What is that? What is that like? What are you doing?
Oh, you were talking to Prasad earlier, right? Doing the whole wizard thing. I don't know.
Yes, Versata shared a very intimate secret that no one can know.
You know I was literally right over there, right?
Very intimate secret that no one can know.
Mm-hmm,
To share it would be my death. I swore upon my blood that I would not share it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do everything through. How to describe it properly? You watch as Hap is like drawing kind of constellations on the ground in the form of a magic circle. It's a mix of ritual and I wouldn't say prayer, but stories mainly. Of different stories passed down, really. Each one correlating to some sort of spell or something of that sort, you know.
Could I ask you to do something for me?
Depends on what it is.
This is something great.
What would that be in detail?
Tyne's gonna pull out pork. He was growing more and more plump, having access to camp rations that Tyon certainly does not let him loose in at night. Because that would be gross. Anyways, he's just a round rat at this point.
Wow, I could roll him. Wow.
You can just talk to animals, yes?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
I can only kind of, like in a vague kind of way. I'm better with plants.
I wish I could talk to plants.
Can you talk to him for me?
It would, I guess, sure. And Hap will, after he's finished summoning Gout, who is hopefully a crow.
Crow, but slightly to the left.
Will then ritually cast Speak with Animal on himself. Again, the same thing of him. Constellations, but constellations start appearing probably on Hap slightly because it's a self spell. And then will probably materialize mostly around his like throat, and then we'll lighten. And yeah, what do you want me to ask him?
Ask him how he is. And if he is happy. And if he would like to be my familiar.
Gotcha. Hap then looks down to Pork, who can't stand on his own feet. Is more stomach than rat. Hey there, little buddy. You okay?
What are you calling little buddy?
That's a fair point. Yes. Huh.
Huh?
I didn't.
Huh?
I apologize for assuming you're a little buddy. I guess.
Yeah,
What do you want me
that's
to call
right,
you?
okay. Call me the
Asshole?
big
What?
cheese.
The big cheese, gotcha. Hap is like squeaking this entire time. What makes you the big cheese? Isn't that probably a title, I'd assume?
No, it's because I like cheese and I like it big.
Oh, gotcha. I can tell. Your friend, points to Talion, has told me to talk to you and check if you're doing okay and stuff.
Oh yeah, sister's brother. Yeah.
Sister's brother?
Yeah.
What do you mean by
Long time friend. I've been watching over him for years.
that? How long do rats live?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know?
Why I asked, yeah, but okay.
I haven't died yet. How am I supposed to know?
Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't with the shit he does.
I'm Brazilian.
Uh-huh, yeah. And hungry.
Yeah, not so much right now.
Do you want him to keep feeding you, or, like, stop?
I don't know. Don't ask me a different question.
He wants to know if you want to be his, like, proper familiar.
Aren't I all... Oh no, I guess we never really did that, huh?
Oh, were you meant to?
Yeah, I think so, at some point.
Huh.
I don't know.
What-
Schedules
why-
all got thrown off when we started running west for some reason.
Yeah, why did you do that?
I don't know exactly, but something's wrong. Something's off in the forest. I can tell. You can feel these
What were
things.
What were you doing before that? Like, were you telling like
You were
protect her or
catching
something,
dinner. Duh.
or- No, I mean, not immediately before that. I mean, in general. Come on. Fuck, you are a big cheese. Shit.
You watch your mouth, pal. He flops over.
Come on. What are you telling to protect her or something? Is that what? You, like, who gave you the job?
I mean, he's a lot bigger than me. Protector might be a strong word, but you know, I was keeping an eye on him.
Gotcha. Who gave you the task? Who told you to do that?
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
Did someone gift you to Talion? Did
yeah?
someone tell that you had to keep an eye on it? Who?
Who do you think?
That's why I'm asking.
The big ladies.
Which one?
What? Which one?
Which one of? Yeah,
Both of
there's
them.
3 of them, right? Oh.
Shit, there's 3?
I thought there was.
Okay, look
Anyway.
out. You're more confused than I am. You gotta sort your things out. All right.
Okay. I don't think there's anything more to talk to you about, really. I would love to think that you're a genius, but you seem like an asshole. Hap will just look up Italian. Yeah, he already thought you were his familiar, or yours. Sorry. Apparently, you were meant to do that or something at some point, and then you started running.
Oh, my little baby. Oh, my little baby pork. Oh, I love you so much.
To do with feeding him, he wasn't sure if he wanted you to stop feeding him or feed him more. So,
To be engorged is to be loved.
he prefers big cheese, by the way.
Of course. That's his name.
Of course. That
He's
is
like
an
he's like a-
interesting pet.
It's like a ball of just
A bowling ball, yeah.
yes. If you took 2 balls and put them together and made a bowling ball.
We should.
Did he say yes?
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he said. I'm assuming so because he already thought he was. So I take that as a yes.
Pork, you're going to run the world one day. Everything in the shape of pork.
Havner shakes his head. He's an interesting rat. To say the least.
I owe you a favor of equal value.
Noted. If you ever want to
Yeah.
learn how to do the whole familiar thing, I'm assuming either me or I could try. I'm assuming either Visardo or I could try and teach you it. It's more of a simple.
The
answer.
options are books or stars. We will figure it out.
Yeah, mine's still partly nature at least.
It's close. I've never tried the stars. That sounds scary. They're so far away, and they're like there are candles in the sky. What if they snap out?
They do every once in a while.
What?
Oh, doesn't matter.
Who is out there blowing out the candles? Don't let them get the big star.
That would be bad. Yeah, that would be bad if the big candle went out. No, they're always watching. And, you know, they hold stories.
But they're not always watching. Sometimes I'm doing things I don't want them to say,
Always watching.
like having a moment of weakness.
I'm assuming you never had a moment of weakness, though.
Never mind, I don't owe you a favor.
I was joking with you, but okay. You still do, because you said you do. But,
Ah,
You know. and Hap will send Gout out to do his usual flying around as we get ready to camp. We'll leave. That's not a crow, that's a fucking son of a...
Do you like its piercing blue eyes?
Uh-huh. Ravens talk in their assholes usually. God fucking damn.
If any of the other three of you want to pull in on anything, you're more than welcome to, else I will skip forwards to our next scene.
I want to contact Zamara. Havita will announce, slowly walking towards the middle of the group.
Oh,
Have you figured out sending yet?
I'm nearing the end of my study. If you want, I can try and get it in before our next stop. I do want to get that as soon as possible. I can jury rig something, if you want me to try.
Havita will pause and they'll think very deeply for a moment. And the only thing that kind of signifies that they're thinking deeply is the fact that they've completely stopped walking. And then they'll look up to Versada. Actually, I think if there is a part of me that would like to do it now, because I would like to know. However, there is another part of me that would like to isolate the problems that we are going to face, and I am, admittedly, fearful about what contacting Zamara would bring.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to try and learn tonight. So that later in the night or tomorrow morning, if you would like to contact Samara, we can do so then. That way you have some time to prepare.
Harita will continue to walk and they'll nod their head as they bob along. I think that is better. I just wanted to make sure that it was something that we could do. That'd be very important.
Of course.
Hap will grab Versata straight after that. And we'll go,
Mhm.
once you learn that, can you teach that to me?
Oh yes, I'm getting very good at teaching some of you. It's
Good.
a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, good. I have a plan to fuck over Wodan, and Hap walks away.
He just stares at him for a moment, and he's like, I'm gonna distract myself by doing something else. And he's gonna go to Julia and ask to see the bodies so we can gentle repose both of them again with a ritual.
And I'll let you in, and then kind of you can perform that as they lock the door behind you before letting you back out.
Wonderful. I was looking at the count, one was at 7, and I was like, oh no.
The caravan will come to a halt. People are looking up ahead, the knights are kind of fanning out in a defensive pattern around the front, but there doesn't appear to be any danger. Commander Octea looks back and kind of waves you all up.
Havita will slink up and grab anybody that they can grab on their way up.
So you pull everyone along.
Probably like just finishing the ritual.
And as you head up, you get a better look at the situation. It appears that there was another group traveling along the road the other way, perhaps. Carts are broken and smashed, and a few bodies lie out on the road. You may all join me on our next map.
Oh, yay! Yay!
Death on the road. Yippee.
That sounds
I'd like to let
so
y'all know.
positive.
I just immediately opened an art ticket to have pork drawn.
As you should.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Is it
Since-
going to be?
It's a meal from Ratatouille is the reference. Remy's big
That is so
uncle.
funny.
I had too much fun. with
Sorry.
that.
Oh god. That might be top 10 roleplay experiences that I didn't say a word in. Ooh.
Who you calling little guy? What the
Hap
fuck?
was the perfect character for that. Like, it was just...
Call me Big Cheese.
Call me Big Cheese.
Oh man. Haruto will survey the area. Does it look like there's absolutely any survivors?
Well, there's a few people you can make out on the road. None of them are moving. There's bits of blood near some of them. This one nearest to you is most obvious. There's like an arcing splash of blood, and they're laid on the ground the other way. Most carts are destroyed. Some are flipped. The carriage is just smashed and dented into the side of this tree. Bristles kind of bent out of shape all over the place.
Can Hap send Scout out to do his job and scout?
Absolutely. Scout
Gunnar
will...
will give Havita any advantage on perception.
Haruto they'll step up here and they'll like look back to Commander Octea. Is there a particular protocol we should have to heed?
Just be careful. Looting is prohibited on the roads. But besides that, let's see if we can determine the cause. And be a little careful. Sometimes monsters are tricky in the forest and they hide, waiting for us to